Hey guys, so I'm doing an update and just checking in, among this wild times that we're having here lately. This California has went on lockdown. It's really a voluntary lockdown. And I would really imagine the whole country's going to go this route. Now, what does that mean though? What does that mean for our future? Well, it's uncertain. And when you have uncertainty, it really it really plays into our psyche that things are just going to keep getting worse. I'm seeing a lot of people that have that are now panicking, that weren't prepared even just a little bit. You should always be a little bit prepared for certain things to happen, right? A lot of people in the southeast part of the country, Midwest part of the country, the north, a lot of those people know about preparation. They have hurricane preparedness, tornado preparedness. The north has a lot of winter snow, and those people prepare pretty well, I would imagine. That's just my thought. A lot of us on the West Coast probably don't prepare as well, because what do we have, right? We have earthquakes, and that's earthquakes and wildfires. And honest with you, there's not a whole lot to prepare for there. So, when something like a sickness hits, that's just, it comes out of left field, and it catches a lot of people by surprise. And a lot of people live in this, well, I guess the whole country does. They live in this um, right now moment. You know, the store's always going to be there. Everything in the store is going to be there. We always, think everything's going to just stay the same. And when they change, it just, it puts a shock to the system, to people. And I'm kind of rambling, but I just kind of want to let people know, maybe this will get you a little bit more prepared. I'm not no big prepper or anything, but one thing that has helped us is something that my wife does, and she prints out a calendar every month, and she writes down what she's going to cook, what we're going to eat for the next 2 weeks, roughly 15, 16 days, and she bases her grocery list off of that. So when we go shopping, we buy what's on our list, and most recently we've just been buying a little bit more non-perishable goods, so that we don't have to go if we don't, need to go to the grocery store. And as far as toilet paper, we've always stocked up on toilet paper, so that's not a big deal. We've always stocked up when there's something on sale. We stocked up on toothpaste and soap and disinfectants and bleaches and cleaners and things like that. So, the calendar thing I think is really good. I think people need to start doing that type of thing. Start planning a little bit ahead, because you never know. As it is right now, my family can probably go 30 days without having to leave the house. We'd run out of milk, we'd run out of some things, but if we really had to stretch it, we can. So that's that. And, well, the stock market's gone crazy, because if you look here, all this trending news, mass hysteria, Californians ordered to stay home, warnings on airlines. What else is here? Oil refineries see reduced staffing. Tesla suspends production. So, it's crazy out there. So, high yield stocks. We're going to switch over to the stock market. And high yield stocks have gotten hammered. And I am unfortunately exposed to pretty much every hammered sector there is. You're talking retail REITs, oil, energy, hospitality. What else? What else am I? Yeah, that's about it. I'm in all of them. And we're starting to see dividend cuts. Ford suspended their dividend. I'm in Ford. Another energy company suspended their dividend. So I've had like 2 or 3 dividend cuts already. And I'm actually expecting more. So what am I doing from here on out? Well, I'm going to tell you. One stock that I picked up is the Coca-Cola Company. I picked this up recently. I'm recording this on Thursday evening. So I picked this up recently. It has had a big drop from $60 down to $41. I picked them up around $43. They pay a 3.92% dividend yield. If we go to the dividends here, they've been paying, I've heard they've actually been paying dividends for over a century, but they have dividend growth of 57 years, which is nice. Their payout ratio is kind of high, but Coca-Cola in a recession I think will do just fine. Another one I picked up is Cisco Corporation. Now what Cisco Corporation does, they supply all the restaurants with food and supplies and everything else, even some governments and schools and all that. They are exposed to some high risk, sectors, I would say. But their services will be needed, and I think they will be needed more because there's some people that actually don't know how to cook, and they're going to still be eating out per se, except they'll be ordering in, I should say. But if you look at Cisco, they pay a 4.85% dividend yield. They have a nice payout ratio of 49%, 6% 5-year growth rate, and they've been growing that dividend for 49 years. So you'll start seeing a pattern here. Next one I picked up was Archer Daniels Midland. And what they do is also in food. So I am really picking up food, your essential foods. Archer Daniels Midland is more in the agriculture side. So we have Coca-Cola, which has some food products, snacks anyway. You have Cisco that provides all the restaurants and things like that with food. Then you have Archer Daniels Midland, who is in the agriculture side of it. And they pay a 4.36% dividend, 43% payout ratio, 7.84% 5-year growth rate, dividend growth rate of 26 years. And the last one that I picked up, that I've been consistently buying here lately, is a utility, and that is PPL. Now PPL has some UK exposure, so they're a little international. They have a healthy 7.28% dividend yield, lower growth rate, and they've been paying dividends for 20 years. growth rate. They've been growing their dividend for 20 years. So if you see a pattern here, those 4 stocks are fairly new to my portfolio. They all center around food, essential items, and electricity. So that's what I'm looking to do. Instead of adding to the stocks that are cutting their dividends right now, that are really beating me up, capital wise, I'm shoring up the portfolio with some very stable companies, things that people will need in any situation. And I'd suggest you do the same. There's a couple others that I'm looking at to get into that I'll probably reveal here shortly. But I just wanted to give this update, talk to you. These are crazy times, and I think being prepared for anything, not just a virus, but just having a little extra on hand in your home. I'm not saying go crazy and fill up a room or fill up a truck with toilet paper and buy cases and cases of 50-pound sacks of rice and beans and stack them to the ceiling. I'm not saying that. Just be a little bit more prepared. Having an extra couple weeks of supplies and food is not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you one bit. And then on the investing side, getting into some of these consumer staples and these foods and utilities. Utilities are getting hit. I don't know why, but these essential items that people are going to need in their day-to-day lives, whether they're no matter what's going on in the world. I think that is very prudent for the majority of investors right now. So I'm spreading my money around a little bit thin, only buying a few shares here and a few shares there. But I just kind of want to make sure that I'm diversified among, a number of companies, and make sure that I get good, strong dividend payers, good growth payers, and they've been having track records of doing that for decades. So anyway, this was just an update. I hope you guys are doing well. Check on seniors that are around your neighborhood. See if they need anything. Don't be a Scrooge in this time. So that's all I got for you guys. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye bye.